Hey, hey everyone. Tom Panos here, coming to you from Auckland in New Zealand in my hotel room. It's around 9:30 at night here, and I thought I'd share this quick story with you during the start of this week. Hey everyone joining in. During the start of this week, I was doing a conference in Queensland, and a guy came up to me at the end of the conference. Who knows? He could actually be watching this, by the way. Hey Tony, and he came up to me and he said to me, "Hey, I have incurable, untreatable cancer. It's esophagus cancer, and I can really relate to you." And I said, all right. I said, how's it going? And he said, oh, it's not fixable. So like 6 months. And it really hit me for a six, right? It really hit me for a six because it's a weird feeling, a guy that's about to die telling you, hey, this is what's about to happen. And it was, hey Felicity, and it's esophagus cancer. So anyone that knows cancer and understands esophagus cancer, hey Paul, and pancreas cancer, the prognosis is not good. Anyway, cut a long story short, and then he said, my biggest issue is, hey Luke, is the pain. And I said to him, do you realize that medicinal cannabis can actually help? Hello, Antonius. And he said, yeah, but I'm just going through the process. It's not straightforward. And it isn't straightforward. And the reason I know it's not straightforward is it's fucking ridiculous. Think about this situation for a moment. Think about this situation. Hey, Paul, think about this situation. You've got a guy that's dying, right? A guy that doesn't have long to live, maybe till Christmas, right? And one of the issues is pain. The pain makes it unbearable for the remaining time on the planet. And this is what it's like for people with illness. And I know because I've seen it with my brother. And a doctor wants to give you medicinal cannabis. A doctor wants to give you medicinal cannabis. But what actually happens is the government stops you. Hey, Connie from Greece, I'm watching a post. I hope you're enjoying it. Hey, Jason. So the government stops a patient getting medicinal cannabis because I don't even know why, because the person's dying. The person's in pain. They're leaving the planet. At least make it bearable for them. The doctor wants to give it to them, but there's all this red tape. Hopefully it's going to improve. And I have to tell you, who the fuck is the government to turn around and to intervene between a doctor and a patient? Who the hell is the government to make a decision? Hey, even though the doctor says this is good for you, right? This is going to actually make things bearable. And a lot of people don't realize medicinal cannabis is not the stuff that gets you stoned, right? There is two things about medicinal cannabis. There are two components. One is THC and one is CBD. CBD oil, which you've probably seen advertised, and it's going to become big stream and everyone's trying to jump in. And by the way, it's a little bit like cryptocurrency. Everyone thinks going to make a fucking fortune out of it. But CBD oil does not get you stoned, right? What it does, it is used as pain relief and as nausea relief from the symptoms of chemotherapy. It is not some guy pulling bongs and going to 7-Eleven with the fucking munchies or that sort of thing. It is not that. It is actually not mind altering, right? And I have to tell you, it made me really, really, really sad, because you've got a doctor that is trying to give some bearable relief to someone who has got 6 months, and it's sad enough to know that you're going to die. And then you've got the government, you got some fucking moron there that's done crawling up their ass through the political party that is sort of taking a stance on it. Anyway, I hope Australia gets a little bit more intelligent, hey Elizabeth, a little bit more intelligent and follows some other places around the world, including Colorado, in regards to medicinal cannabis. But I'm also using this time that I have here because I'm about to watch football. It's 9:30 here and there's a game of football. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to crash out, take the first flight back into Sydney. But I'm also using this. Tomorrow night, I'm actually doing a charity auction. And I've done this, I think, for the 4th year in a row. I mean, it gets about 1,000, 2,000 people there. It's a major event. It's called Look Good, Feel Good. Sorry, Look Good, Feel Better. And it's about girls that, and particularly young girls that get cancer. And what actually happens is the chemotherapy means that they actually end up losing their hair, and it helps them actually look good for the 6 to 9 months that they're going through chemotherapy. And I have to tell you, girls are different to guys, right? Girls are different to guys. Girls, like, one of the stigma with going through chemotherapy for girls is that they become self-conscious that people are looking at them and saying, oh, she's sick. And what Look Good, Feel Better. And by the way, I'm not asking you, please, I'm not asking you, hey, Kat, it was lovely talking to you. And I told you, you've got the spark, Kat. You've got a future much bigger than any past you've had. Anyway, I'm definitely not going to put a link there asking you to donate, right? But what I am going to say to you is this. Man, if your life is pretty good at the moment and you haven't been smashed with something that's bad, that's out of your control, and bad things happen a lot of the times that are out of your control, right? You know, crashes and diagnoses and loss of loved ones. If life is pretty good, I thought I'd just shoot this video to remind you, fucking don't make it worse than what it is. Be grateful for what you've got, because tomorrow night, I know I'm going to be in a room of people that pretty much had a really good life last year and then would have got a phone call from a doctor that would have said to them, hey, come in, I need to see you today. And then the conversation just changed the course and direction of their life. They were told, hey, I'm letting you know you have cancer and you need to get chemotherapy or you'll die. And even if you do get chemotherapy, we're not 100% it'll work, because for some people, they survive and some people don't. So, gang, this is a reminder video to let you know if life is good, be grateful. If you are going through a difficult time, be it something else, be it a relationship breakdown, be it anxiety, I don't know, may have been sexually assaulted when you're young. It might be that you've just got anxiety. It might be financial issues. You might be going through a really hard time in the business world. I'm letting you know, please remember, things don't stay permanent. Sooner or later, even storms start fucking pouring down, right? So all I want you to do is have some glimmer of hope that, that what's going to be coming is probably better than where you are right now or what is even in your past. And hey, I'm not saying that thinking positive is going to change the situation. What I am saying is this: understand that, generally speaking, the person that goes through a storm and the person that comes out of a storm is a different person. And my experience is this: the person that comes out of the storm is more compassionate, more grateful. They have another layer which makes them more resilient, so they can handle stress and they become fucking fearless. And I've got to tell you, there ain't no much better thing in life than not being scared. So on that note, guys and girls, I'm going to finish reading a little bit of this book called The 80-Minute MBA. I love this book. Picked it up about 2 days ago. I can probably knock it off before the game of football starts. I'm watching the Bulldogs play. Who are the Bulldogs playing? North Queensland. I'm watching the Bulldogs play North Queensland. Then I'm going to crash out, have a good sleep. And as I crash out, I always watch something funny that makes me laugh, do a quick prayer, and off back to Sydney tomorrow. Guys and girls, signing off. Michael, good to see you. He says, go the Cowboys. Ciao.